guys, so today is my last day in West Virginia, and I wanted to get out to the New River Gorge National Park. I left the spot where I was camping yesterday. I got out of there, no problem, and I hit the road early this morning to get to the Canyon Rim Visitor Center, which is basically at the northernmost point by the New River Gorge Bridge. The New River Gorge National Park is about 50 miles south of Charleston. So once you get to Charleston, you drive south for about an hour and you should be there. And if I don't see it while I'm here, I will definitely regret it.
Order whenever you're ready.
Can I just get a large coffee, please?
All right, and anything else for you?
That's all. Thank you. You too. Looks like we're here. So there's plenty of parking here, but the visitor center is relatively full, fuller than I would have expected for such a rainy day. I just went in and checked out the visitor center, and the visitor center, definitely a great place to stop. There were facilities in there, they were clean, and there was a small gift shop in there as well. There's a beautiful scenic overlook that you can see some whitewater rafting. There were quite a few people there, so I'm still a little camera shy when it comes to filming in front of random people. So there's definitely quite a few stairs here going down to some scenic overlook. It is wet and it is super slippery. And for reference, the bridge directly ahead of me is about 1,770 feet above the lowest point in the valley. And so as we go down, it just feels almost like you're walking off the side of a cliff. This is just an absolutely beautiful view. I do love getting outdoors, and if there's one thing I love more than getting outdoors, it's walking up and down about 1,000 steps, which if you come here and go to the scenic overlook, you will definitely get your fill of steps for the day. Apparently the only way you can really show someone that you love them is by scratching their initials and your initials and a heart in something like this beautiful scenery that we have behind us, so that, you know, for eternity, that love will be recorded in the annals of history. So we figured it out. There's about 178 steps from here to the lower overlook. Not a bad little hike, something that stretched the legs. And we're gonna head into the valley there and see if we can find a campsite. I have seen plenty of trash receptacles along the path here, so there's no excuse for any trash on the side of the paths or anything. So what'd you think? Was it a nice view?
Yes.
So we had our fill of the Canyon Rim Visitor Center. It is worth the trip if you do get here. I do always try to pick up something small. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna head over. There's another kind of gift shop just down the road here. So my main priority for the rest of the day is to try to find a good spot to camp. Off the grid, awesome. So the one cup says off the grid, but this other one is a little more colorful. So I'd like to keep a little bit of color in my life. I'm gonna get this cup for my trip. Have a good one. They had a lot of stuff in there. I think the only real restroom services are gonna be in the visitor center that we were at previously. Not something I'm concerned with right now, but if you are coming into the park, keep that into consideration, especially if you plan to be here for a little while. We're heading into the bottom of the gorge. It looks like there is low ground clearance, and hopefully I don't drag my trunk box. The visitor center is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., but access to the park is 24 hours, and there is dispersed camping. I've only been driving for about a mile or two, and I haven't seen any of what I would consider to be dispersed camping sites yet, but there have been plenty of pullouts, so I'm not sure if there's any issue with parking on the sides of the roads to camp, but that might be something that we run into tonight for our camping situation. I spoke too soon leaving that gift shop. There are restrooms right here. There is not any running water in those bathrooms though. In this van behind my vehicle, they are traveling in style. So there's a future goal for me, maybe upgrading to a full-size van that's converted. Along the main road is also the Red River, and so we took a little bit of a detour. There's lots of beautiful creeks and river crossings, and we saw a train running through the rail bridge, and I think I actually hear one coming now. So we're in the town of Thurmond, which is in the new River Gorge National Park. And this train stopped right next to us. Town of Thurmond, West Virginia. So I wasn't expecting to come upon a place like this in the middle of the national park. We found our home for the night. This is a perfect spot. It has a little fire ring in it. It has been raining quite a bit, so I'm not worried about the fire spreading or anything like that. View here at this site is amazing. It is winter, so there's not as many leaves as you might expect. Of course, one of the rules of the campsite is no littering, but as you can see, people have come and just left their trash all over. If they were going to do that, they would be better off just burning it in this burn pit right here instead of just trashing the place. We do have the Honda Pilot already set up. I don't think we're gonna pitch a tent tonight. The first thing I wanna do before I get settled is boil some water and make myself a coffee. As you guys know, I do love to drink my coffee, and this is a perfect place to have a hot cup of coffee. So this canister I've used a few times. It should have a couple of uses left in it. I have a couple of these canisters. They've actually been getting kind of hard to come by, at least where I am located at. So I'll let this breathe real quick. So we got water. Instant coffee. Get that poured in there. Now, what I need to do is try to get us some wood for our fire. Oh, nasty. Sometimes I have actually traveled with like little instant coffee packs, and I'll just put a few of them in there. Just travel with this and water and things like ramen noodles and beans, and then I can have perfect meals with just this little cooker right here. Nothing too crazy. And then it sits in here perfectly, and the good thing is when I'm going around curves, I don't really hit anything too hard that's going to knock that out, and I don't have to worry about it bouncing around. So I've got plenty of tinder. I don't plan on having a big fire, so these little things like this are going to be perfect for me to just start a quick fire. I am kind of cheating. I have this long reach lighter and I have this little fire start cube. These things work really good. The wood is a little wet here, so I'll light it up. If it takes, I'll be good to go. Otherwise, I may not enjoy this fire. So it's been a few minutes. I'm not sure if this wood is gonna take. And in fact, it's probably better because it's gonna get dark soon, and I don't want the fire going much after dark because I'd like to get some sleep and then get on the road. So I got everything done that I wanted to do today. I'm super excited about that. I have my campsite set up. I'm not gonna pitch the tent because there's way too much mud out here. I'm also not gonna do the fire because the fire just didn't take, and it's not something I wanna be nursing all night. If you like my content, give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss my next adventure.